Sitcoms. TV has a lot of genres: crime, drama, mystery, fantasy, yada yada yada. But sitcom out of all those genres stands out. It is probably the most watched and also most used along with crime. And there have been a lot of sitcoms like Seinfeld, The Office, How I Met Your Mother, Cheers, The Big Bang Theory, Arnab Goswami's Republic TV, Donald Trump's presidency. Well, but there is one show which has almost become synonymous to sitcom and friendship, that is Friends. A TV show that aired from 1994 to 2004 about six friends and their lives, complex relationships, and of course their unmatched friendship. Friends is widely regarded as one of the greatest television shows in the history. It is rated 8.9 in IMDb with nearly 800,000 votes. It has a tomato meter of 75% and an audience score of 95%. A Metacritic score of 65%, which is average, but with a user score of 8.6. It is a recurring name in all of the top 100 TV shows list. But Friends is much more. One may argue that Seinfeld is the greatest sitcom, but the sheer amount of cultural impact that Friends has had is immeasurable. I mean, the count of people who watch Friends daily is probably the only figure higher than that of the daily corona cases in India and USA. Friends has touched and changed a zillion lives. So hello, hi, namaste, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Unabridged as we review the first ever episode of Friends. I, Shane, welcome you all, and joining me is Nritya, an avid Friends fan.
Hi guys.
What are your views on Friends? I mean, why do you think everyone loves it? Why do you love it so much?
Why do I love Friends? Okay. Friends was the first series I watched. I have watched a few more later, but Friends remains my personal favorite. Every time I watch it, I feel like I'm watching it for the first time. It's a kind of life I wish to live. Friends is like a relief from stress, and there's comedy, there's friendship, there's emotion, and much more. When I watch it, I am involved in it, and it's like I'm right there with them.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you. So, hi.
Okay, that is not how Ross does it.
I know, but come on, give me some credit for trying.
Sure, you can take credit, but only if you promise me not to whine the rest of the episode.
Uh, o- okay, I'm simply gonna ignore what you said. So, the first ever episode of Friends, the one where Monica gets roommate.
Yes, I remember the episode well. I also remember the opening scene, the first time they showed everyone's favorite coffee shop, the Central Park. Ross comes up with a hi, and rest of the friends chilling out at coffee place.
None of this would have been possible without David Crane and Martha Kaufman, the creators of Friends. In 1993, their comedy Family album had been cancelled by CBS. Yeah, I think CBS deserves our gratitude. So they began developing three new television pilots that would premiere in 1994. One of them was Insomnia Cafe, and I'm absolutely sure that Dr. Manmohan Singh would have loved this title. Anyway, the idea for this series was conceived when Crane and Kaufman began thinking about the time when they had finished college and started living by themselves in New York. Yeah, those good old days of snorting anything you want. So, with that nostalgia, they pitched this idea of six people in their 20s making their way in Manhattan to their production partner Kevin Bright, and they pitched the same to NBC. Warren Littlefield, the then president of NBC, who was looking for a similar plot, was instantly hooked to the idea. So David and Martha began writing the pilot, which they completed in just 3 days. Okay? 3 days. I mean, in 3 days, these guys developed a masterpiece, and I am studying Java from 30 days, and I still have no idea how to print the bloody infamous star pattern. In the development process, the title underwent many changes from Insomnia Cafe to Friends Like Us to Six of One to finally Friends. And when the pilot aired on September 22, 1994, it was watched by nearly 22 million viewers.
Hey, wait. I think you got lost in the history, so let's come back. Okay, here's a spoiler alert. I'm gonna tell the storyline of Friends Season 1, Episode 1. So if you haven't watched it already, then do watch it. So the episode opens in the Central Park. We have Joey, Phoebe, Monica and Chandler sitting and just having a chat. That's when Ross comes in and joins the group. He's seemingly depressed. The reason is revealed to be his recent divorce with his wife, who apparently found out that she is not straight. Going further into episode, Monica has a date with a guy, but turns out the guy is a cheat. While they are having this conversation, Rachel makes her first appearance. She's dressed in a wedding gown as she breaks into the Central Park looking for her school bestie, Monica. She'll be abandoned her wedding. Phoebe doesn't have much role in this episode. Joey is shown to be a struggling actor and his flatmate, Chandler, is a witty numbers guy. They hang out with Ross, trying to push him to move on from his wife. Ross is mostly sad in the episode, has a conversation with Rachel where it is disclosed that since he is high school, he had and still has a major crush on Rachel. And finally, Rachel. She tries to find a job but is rejected in all the interviews. Instead, she ends up shopping with her father's money. But with a little motivation from her friends, she cuts off her credit cards. And that's how she gives up her luxurious life to live an independent life with her new friends, working as a waitress in a Central Park.
That makes a pretty good story. But Friends has always been more about characters than story, I guess. So let's move on to character discussion. First, we have David Schwimmer playing Ross Geller.
Yeah, the dinosaur guy holds a PhD and works in a museum.
Yeah, and I love his expressions.
Yeah.
Next is Courtney Cox playing Monica Geller.
Ross's little sister, who is a chef and a perfectionist.
Yep, I think she has OCD. So next is Matthew Perry playing Chandler Bing.
Yeah, the man known for his sarcasm, hates his job and also famous for his dance moves.
Yeah. I think the world knows true meaning of sarcasm because of Chandler. And number 4, we have Lisa Kudrow playing Phoebe Buffay.
Yeah, the unusual character who composed many cats.
True. She is the unusual character, I guess. And next is Matt LeBlanc playing Joey Tribbiani.
The actor guy and the most handsome of the guys.
And don't forget, the flirtatious one with a childlike brain. And lastly, we have Jennifer Aniston playing...
No, wait. Let me introduce her.
Okay, go ahead.
Jennifer Aniston playing Rachel Green. And that little girl whose character is evolved from spoiled, irresponsible to successful fashion designer.
Yes. The crush of a million guys and also the breaker of Instagram records.
Also my favorite character.
Yeah, I know that. Okay, so now, quickly pick your top 3 scenes.
Okay, top 3. My number 3 would be Chandler's dance, like the scene where they'll be talking about Joey's ad and then Chandler makes fun of it with his dance.
Yeah, once I was a wooden boy. Okay. Yeah, so number 2.
Yeah, moving to number 2, that would be Ross saying, I just grabbed a spoon.
The closing scene of the episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Good one. Now, coming to your number 1. So, come on, which is it?
I'm a shoe.
Okay, yeah, that is definitely one of the best.
Yeah.
My whole life has been a shoe. But what if I want to be a hat now?
Yes, that is the one.
Reviews usually end with ratings. So, how much would you rate the first episode of Friends?
No, I don't think the essence of Friends can be condensed into mere numbers, so no ratings.
Okay, so I think we have reached the end of the episode, and now back to you.
Yes.
It has been 16 years since Friends last aired. and it is as relevant today as it was 16 years ago. It makes us laugh, cry, feel good as much today as it did decades ago. It inspired several movies and shows. It is referenced in several of them, and there are several center parks opened all over the world. We all wanna have friends like friends and live a life like them, or an apartment like them. It's a dream for all of us. They said they'll be there for us, and they are even today, and they will continue to be with us for a long, long time. We'll be waiting for the reunion episode, but until then, it's a wrap from our side. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. You can also follow us on Spotify, Gaana, Apple and Google Podcast. The link is provided in the description. We'll be back with many such reviews and discussions on important general topics. So stay tuned to Unabridged.